The White House is asking 9 U.S. universities to sign a pledge to uphold the administration's values on education. Access to federal funding could be put at risk if these 9 universities don't sign on. That's according to a new government memo. It says in part that signatories must change or get rid of entities that, quote, purposefully punish, belittle, and even spark violence against conservative ideas. The 9-page pledge also asks schools to freeze their tuition for 5 years and cap international student admissions, among other stipulated requirements. Leila Hudson joins us now. She is the faculty chair at the University of Arizona, where she's also a professor of global studies. Professor Hudson, thank you for your time. I appreciate it. I want to get your reaction. I'm sure you read this document from the federal government closely. What's your take?
Well, there are a lot of ideas in this document that people across the political spectrum have no problem with. And indeed, many things in it already align with our values, our goals, our aspirations. The problem is when the government tries to put these mostly good ideas and some ideas that require further discussion, debate, and civil discourse, when the government tries to put those ideas into an enforceable and punitive regime, that is a problem. So we want federal funds for our research. We need federal funds for our research. But to have those federal funds allocated to us on the basis of anything other than their scientific merit evaluated by experts is a problem. And it puts us at the top of a very slippery, very ugly slope.
Professor Hudson, I want to read to you a part of a letter you sent to the University of Arizona president. Let me quote you. I remind you of what you know well, that our institutional mission transcends all partisan politics and the dirty compromises that partisan politics demands. Our mission does not work without a bedrock commitment on the part of our leadership to everyone's freedoms, constitutional, academic, and otherwise. Have you got any response to that? And in that letter, in any way differ from some of the comments you made earlier that some of the ideas you found in the document are acceptable?
I have found almost unanimous approval of those basic sentiments. Again, no one is more equal than others. No one, especially the federal government, should be micromanaging the way we produce knowledge, the way we train students, again, which is in alignment with many of the ideas in that document. The practices that we are always improving and always governing on our own mission are the ones that have made the United States academic system the envy of the world. Now is not the time to mess with that.
What would be the consequence at the University of Arizona if tuition were capped for 5 years and also international student admissions were either capped or lowered?
Well, capping tuition is an idea that I and so many of my colleagues strongly approve of. That's a great example of where there's no daylight between the ideas articulated in this document and the conventional wisdom in academia. And as for international students, we need to do everything that we can to continue to make American education available to students the world over. After all, international education is probably one of our top 10 export sectors as the United States. Currently, I understand we've got room to grow before we would get anywhere near that 15% cap. So there's plenty of room for business as usual and ameliorating the conditions that international students are experiencing. It hasn't been an easy time for them.
Professor Hudson, do you have any sense why University of Arizona became one of the 9 communicated to by the federal government?
I don't know that, but what I do see is an opportunity for our leadership and our values to come into dialogue with the administration and hopefully to make positive change. We have an opportunity here to educate, and that is what we do.
And do you fear, very quickly, Professor, that if University of Arizona says no, things will be withheld to the detriment not only of you, your department, and students?
I don't think so. I think that we are at the beginning of a dialogue. We have an opportunity to educate. We have learned over the last 5 years at our institution, and certainly over the last 6 to 9 months, to do more with less. Our mission will continue, fueled by the creativity of our people and the integrity of our traditions of freedom.
Professor Leila Hudson, University of Arizona, thank you so very much for your time.
Thank you.